Bonjour Armel.
Bonjour Hanan.
Comment allez-vous?
Je vais bien, merci.
It's good to see you again and welcome back.
Thank you. It's a pleasure for me too.
Okay.
Alors, Armel, ce matin,
Armel, what are we talking about this morning?
Masekela. Alors, qui
Effectivement,
était-il exactement?
Nous marquons justement un temps d'arrêt sur
paying
la
tribute
légende
to South African legend of jazz Ramapolo Hugh Masekela, who died on the 23rd of January in South Africa at age 78 of prostate cancer. His works, his experience, his fight, the story of his life in 4 minutes.
Et justement, alors qui était-il?
Indeed, Hanan is one of the biggest battles, and in this respect, he is the author of Soweto Blues, the South African freedom song, which he wrote in June 1976 following the Soweto massacre. Let's listen to one of the tracks interpreted by Miriam Makeba, who was his wife at that time.
On va d'ailleurs écouter un extrait de cette composition interprétée par Miriam Makeba, qui était alors son épouse.
The children got from the master. It said no more Xhosa, Sotho, no more Zulu. Refusing to.
And for the record, the Soweto massacre includes a series of demonstrations that began in the morning of June 16, 1976, led by black students in the public high school in South Africa. Nearly 20,000 of them participated in this protest, which killed 176 people from the official sources and nearly 700 from other sources. And since 1991, the Day of African Child has been held every year on June 16 throughout African continents in memory of the massacre of the Soweto children.
Enfants à Soweto.
Amel, it would appear as though Hugh Masekela did not just end with apartheid, he still went on fighting oppression, didn't he?
Yes, indeed, Jerry. The trumpeter, who also uses boggle cornet sometimes, plays with a blend of anger and hope. And Bring Him Back Home, that he wrote in June 76, on a funky and jazz tune, became an anthem to Nelson Mandela's liberation movement, song that was banned by the apartheid regime.
Une chanson qui a été interprétée et interdite par le régime de l'apartheid. Autre titre qui illustre
Another title that perfectly illustrates the struggle, Stimela, in the tribute to the black miner, and Tanai, a woman's struggle to survive.
Décennies, Hugh Masekela a acquis une reconnaissance internationale grâce à son.
With a career spanning for more than 5 decades, Hugh Masekela has gained international recognition with a unique Afro-jazz sound and several hits around the world. He has played alongside stars such as Janis Joplin, Otis Redding, and in 1974 he helped organize the historic boxing festival between Muhammad Ali and John Foreman in Kinshasa. In 1968, his instrumental single, Grace in the Grass, became #1 hit in America.
Américain. Eh bien, on va continuer justement en disant que
Hugh Masekela was also fighting other battles, including the fight against drug and other excesses. He wrote, and I quote, "I was hooked on money when I could find it, addicted to drugs, which was never hard to find, hooked on love, hooked on sex and music, and I'm not in any hurry to be sober. In fact, it took me several decades to wake up." End of quote.
Fin de citation.
Amel, very young, he left South Africa really at a very young age, you know?
Yes, history tells us that when he was a teenager, the musician born on April 4, 1939, left Soweto in London in 1960, a departure he considered sine qua non. In London, he joined the Guildhall School of Music before flying to New York, where he met a few great icons: Miles Davis, Harry Belafonte, Jimi Hendrix, Marvin Gaye. His career really took off in the United States. There, he developed a strongly hybrid music imbued with funk and associated with African music. He fought hard for the worldwide recognition of African music.
He had to return to his country at some point?
Yes, indeed, he returned to South Africa after the fall of apartheid. Masekela continued to make his voice heard on stage and also in politics. He's critical about the Black Economic and Participation Program set up by South Africa's new government. Married 4-time, Masekela won the Legend of the Year award in MTV at the MTV Award Music Awards in 2016 and played the same year for US President Barack Obama. The entire nation has indeed lost an exceptional musician who would have taken over from South Africa's Minister of Culture, Nathi Thentwa. And that's the end of this week's cultural segment.